Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching this video. I make houseplant videos and at times interesting unboxing and review videos. So if you're here, it means a lot to me. And if you're returning here from my other videos, it means even much more to me. I have made over 400 houseplant videos now, and I love doing this in my free time. It's my hobby, and I'm a rare plant enthusiast. And I am on my journey to collect them, and I am a beginner and I am learning as I go. So here I am with today's video, which is my top 10 favorite leaves from my collection. So let's get into it. It's kind of a really silly thing to say that I have 10 favorite leaves, but it's not how it sounds. It's basically 10 leaves which are kind of capturing or taking my attention a lot these days. The ones I'm watching over a lot because they look beautiful. Every leaf, when it emerges, it has a different quality, and then over time, as it matures, it changes. And that's why I wanted to kind of show these leaves. They have been getting all my attention, and I think they deserve their due attention here on the channel too. So I just want to start with them. I have the plants here and I'm just going to start showing them to you. No particular order, but I think we can start with this guy, which I actually posted about on Instagram and Shorts, and quite wrongly I said that it's a bipenifolium, philodendron bipenifolium, but it's not. It's my Florida mint ghost. So this leaf I think is just perfection. It's got really nice symmetry, and the colors, like that minty color, I just love it so much. And it's just so pure. It just so, like, looking at it is, it just makes me feel so calm, and it's like tranquility in my cabinet with it. So it's been like this since a long time, and of course it's a small leaf. The plant is a small plant. I chopped it up into some three different parts, and the other parts aren't really doing that well, but this one is. And of course, like, it's a single stem. It's not really doing, like, it's not like a big stem or a matured stem also. And this leaf has been on its way since a very long while, but after putting it in the cabinet, it has become better. Nevertheless, I love this leaf. Even the textures on it, like, I don't know if the veins or the textures is being the vein or the textures are being captured, but I just love this leaf so very much. Wanted to give it its due attention. So that's plant number one, which is my philodendron Florida mint ghost. Of course, when I got it, it had all kind of mint gradients and shades and patches in it, which have gone away. So I'm hoping in time this becomes matured. Getting on to the second one, which is actually the most impressive one today, I feel, which is this guy. It's a new leaf on my Magnificum, Anthurium Magnificum CF, and I recently got this from House of Mirac, and I just love the colors on it. Yeah, so it's been like growing really huge in size since the time it kind of began to unfurl. Just trying to see what that little bump is about. Shouldn't really be touching it. Well, in real life, like, not on the camera, but otherwise, it's like very coppery. It's coppery green, like a green copper thing, and the veins are like browns and the edges are like maroon. That's how it is. So just wanted to capture the emergent leaf on this one. Of course, this is the size of a matured leaf, so from this to this is going to be a whole beautiful journey. So I thought it would be good to show this here. Also, look at the stem color. It is pink. Like, is it pink, or it's like a magenta? It's like a purplish pink magenta red brown kind of a thing. And this has really good roots, by the way, which I think I should show today. I didn't the last time. Like, more than the leaf, I think this is impressive too. So just look at those thick roots. This is sort of in that orchid kind of a container. Like, it's got a lot of air circulation here with the big holes, but the roots are amazing, and they have been growing. Like, after I got the plant, I can see that there are fresh roots. In fact, look at this one coming out. So roots have been growing, so it's doing well. I think it loves the cabinet. I mean, every plant loves the cabinet. There's no doubt in that. So here is leaf number two. Of course, I'm not ranking them. They're not like in my order of favoritism or something. They're just like really beautiful leaves. So, yes, look at the shine. Can't wait for it to show me more colors. So, that's plant number two. Moving on to another anthurium. Okay, let's go on to another one, which I have shown. This is the Bessie AFF Wonder Boy cross with Michelle. Now, this is the leaf I have been showing a lot from all the stages, from the time it was like a baby leaf and emergent. When I got it was like an emergent leaf, but now it's almost kind of, I think, grown in size, I would say. It still feels soft though, but I think it's done growing. Like now it's gonna kind of develop into this darker shade. And this plant, as I've mentioned before, has this dark green and bluish kind of hues, which this will eventually get. The other thing I noticed when I removed this plant was this leaf, which is next to my cabinet fan, and it has kind of dried up. So also, so two factors, maybe watering uh, and the fan next to it. I can water it in a day, I guess. But yeah, just look at this new leaf, so huge compared to the other leaves. Like the last leaf was this one, and look at the size difference in the new one. So my favorite leaf, I keep looking at it all day every time I pass the cabinet. And I promise the last anthurium for the day for this video. No, sorry, not. There's one more. But this one is my darkest Panama. Uh, Let me see the exact thing. Yeah, Zara crossed with Michelle. So this one is darkest Panama, Zara crossed with Michelle. And this is that new leaf again, which I have been posting about a lot. This is still in its emergent stage. So beautiful. And it's so dark, but the backs are even more beautiful. Like it's completely brown. I'm just gonna try and show you. Like those are the colors on this leaf. And the texture on it is just amazing. So of course, like the leaf is way more darker and brown than you can make out it to be. Eventually it will become green like this, but this one is known for its leathery texture. And I just so wish that the actual colors could get captured, but this is like again having really dark brownish edges. Like it has really dark brown edges. That's kind of the shade maybe from the angle if you can see. But beautiful leaf. It is still in an emergent stage, so I'm hoping it becomes big. This one was the last leaf, so not much of a size difference. This one was bigger, so I have hopes that this one will be bigger too. Also, I have tried to put a little shade on top of it so the grow light doesn't directly fall on it, in order for it to remain as dark as it can be. But if I just compare it randomly to any other leaf, not an anthurium, but yeah, you can see the shades like way darker. So we have all shades of green here. Moving on, it can be this one now, which is my fry deck. So this one is the plant from the comb, and this is a newest leaf which has this really bright green, jungle green kind of color, and really nice white striking venation. Even this leaf was like that, but of course it's on its way out and it's matured and it got a little damage from spider mites. Common story, but this one here is like perfection. So just wanted to show that. Of course, it's small, but I love it so much because where I have kept it in the cabinet with my begonias, the purple ones and the silver ones, it looks so pretty. Just love this, and the texture is just so velvety, so different from anthuriums. Like this velvety and that velvety is just so different. Again, very symmetric. Love it. Waiting for this to develop into a plant, just waiting for some pawn to come. I have ordered some material to make my own DIY pawn, and then we can kind of maybe help size it up. The next one here is this beautiful Jaclyn leaf. Again, lots of perfect symmetrical leaves. I'm just loving it so much. So the earlier leaf also, though it went wonky, it's one of my favorite leaves. Jaclyn, of course, have these pointed leaves, and this one kind of turned because I think it was touching the wall of the cabinet. This one was the smaller one. So size up and then more sizing up. Very happy with this. Love it so much. Love the colors. Let me try and show the texture on this guy. So Jaclyn has these kind of hairy leaves, like you can see all the kind of furry kind of a texture. Really cool, really, it feels so nice. And of course, the stems have this pattern, like a zebra pattern thing. So very cool. Loving this leaf. Again, this is in my bottom shelf of the cabinet. Love it too much, too much. How like unique is nature, like creating all these shapes here. So I'd said one more anthurium, and it's a bit of a funny one, but it's the smallest clarinarium leaf you will ever see. So I must show it. I had chopped off my clarinarium because it had thrips, and I completely cut it into three parts. And one of the chunks, so this is the other chunk, which has this growth point, and actually one growth point here. I don't know if you can see. And then this is the one which showed me the fastest growth. Uh, it has this one root, one big root, and this new leaf. So it has those clarinomium kind of traits, the shape. Of course, it's a little wonky because it was touching the glass container when it was trying to push out. If you guys have any recommendations on if I should be planting it already or letting it be, I think I'm just going to let it be. So let me know. So that is my third last plant, fourth last plant. Moving on. Oh my god. It's a good thing I removed this one. I want to show you first what I saw. Do you see these roots? Let me show again this way. Look at the roots there, here. All the roots are out. So this is my Alocasia dragon scale. And this here is the newest leaf, which I am loving so much. Look at that shape and the colors. Like you can still see the greens, which are yet to kind of harden up. So once it hardens up, it will have a shade like this, like a silvery kind of a thing. So silver dragon, of course, but right now it's green, like a green scale. And as it matures, the colors change and they just look so out of this world, so alien-like. So look at that, it looks like a brain. So these are some of my favorite leaves. I don't really show them often because they are always having spider mites, but now it's been a while that they haven't. And I have to show you something. It's all root bound. There's no water actually in the container, but this guy is root bound, and there are a lot of worms in it. So again, I have to up pot this, and I'm thinking I'm gonna mix all my dragon scales together. I have one more which is here behind me. So the idea is to flush the pond, because you're supposed to flush the pond every few months, 6 months, or when the roots, like this one is crowded because the roots are all out. So it needs to be repotted. Just waiting for my pond to arrive so I can make that and transfer it. But yes, this leaf is the talk for this video today. Even the backs actually. Love the backs of alocasias. My favorite part about alocasias are the backs of them too. Love it. How can you not love alocasias? How can you not own them? Okay, so I promise now, last two plants. I have many more, but I just wanted to show these few. And the other leaf getting my attention is this very sunrise kind of a color. Splendid. It's a small plant. It's like a top cut of a leftover cut of the plant which I used to have. It never did well for me. I cut it up, but look at this brand new leaf. Shouldn't be really be touching it, but I love the colors. Of course, these are the traits of a varicosum, the red things, and Splendid is a combination of varicosum and melanochrysum. So love the colors on it. Look at the backs too. It's like pinkish. The front is orangish red. Love it. And look at this leaf as well. So loving this so much. It's like a baby plant, and I know the leaves are small, but nevertheless they're my favorite. And the last one here is this messy guy, but it's messy because it's a pot in a pot in a container. But this is my euphorbia trigona, African milk tree, basically. So this has been pushing out some new growth, and I thought it'd be good to capture it. I did capture it in one of my end of December videos, but I'm loving these leaves. These are leaves, I believe, and eventually it will maybe become like this on top. And yeah, so loving the growth on this guy. I have no clue about these plants, like specifically euphorbias, but I just water them once a month, actually lesser, but I think it's liking the spot here at the window. It receives morning sunlight and I think it loves it. And that's the first time I'm seeing growth on any of my euphorbias. I mean, I have three, but yeah, so loving this guy. I keep noticing it a lot because these suddenly just grow so much. And like, I think this plant wasn't doing anything. I was about to give it away, throw it away, but I let it be. And then one fine day it starts growing. So that's what this hobby is about, like coming back to finding new things. So very exciting. And yeah, that's it for today. These are some of my most favorite leaves in the collection. Let me know which are yours. And thank you so much if you watched this video till the end. It means a lot. And if you like this video, do hit the thumbs up button. Do hit the notification bell if you want to know when my next video will be up so that you can see it and not miss it. And do subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.